everybody. So I'm back with another Christmas decor DIY. Today we're making a fake fireplace. So I'm just gonna get right into it. The things we're gonna need are some cardboard, basically things to secure it to a wall. It really depends on how you want to do it. You could use hot glue, duct tape, or a stapler. So yeah, and even if you don't have that, you could use nails. But I figure nails makes holes in the walls, so I'm trying not to do that. But what I'm gonna do is I have to basically make like an arch over here. So I'm gonna get some cardboard, do one vertical, one horizontal, and another vertical. And then later in the middle, we can go ahead and place like a little area because we are going to be using candles. For this DIY, it's a fireplace that requires candles. So it actually gives like a real effect that it's a fireplace. But of course, we must keep in mind that candles could be potentially dangerous, so we're going to be very careful with them. But other than that, this is a DIY, and so it should be lots of fun. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut this box up. I'm just going to open it up here where there's tape to see how big and how much cardboard we get. I also have some there and some here, so that should be good. So I opened this cardboard up, and now what I'm going to do is consider how tall it'll be. So I want it from like here to here. And when I definitely opened up the cardboard, I noticed that if I go from here to here, these two pieces will work really well. And then these two pieces will be the exact same size for the other side over there. Also, I want this fireplace to be very easy to work with. So I don't actually want to paint it. I want to just use some chalk, and I'll show you how I do that later, because I don't want to wet the cardboard, and I want to make it very easy. So I don't want to choose the side that has all these numbers on it. That side I'm going to hide. And if there's anything on this side, like here, I'll hide it against the wall because I just want it to be basic brown. I don't want to see any like numbers or letters from the cardboard. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut it here and then flap it into the wall. I don't even know if hot glue will stick, but I know the tape will. Maybe I'll have to use both. But I'm going to go ahead and see how sturdy it could be on the wall now. So if you're like me and you don't like wasting your hot glue gun sticks, you're probably going to need to figure out how to secure this without hot glue. I did do a whole rim of hot glue, and then I feel like it didn't stick well. But on the other hand, when I used a stapler, I literally just stapled like 1, 2, and it's been sturdy ever since. I'm going to go ahead and add another staple here in the corner, but you can trust that the staples will actually hold a bit better. And then we also need to save some space here for a little arc. But yeah, so keep in mind that you don't always need hot glue. Staplers also work very well. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other one on this side. Okay, so far so good. So as you can see, I used staples, but then I went over and I used clear tape all along the 4 edges. I think that this tape is actually especially made for these boxes, cardboard boxes, so they actually stick very well. So I really like how that turns out so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab some other cardboard and do like an arc shape over here, like the letter N. And then later we could just put something on top and start working on the bricks. Okay, so I cut this. I basically just got a little rectangle and did this little arch effect. Now I'm going to go ahead and with some tape, I'm going to go ahead and add it here. Okay, so far so good. Now before we do the top and start decorating, I actually want to make a little ledge here so that we can place the candles, because we do want to place a few of these little candles, maybe like here, so it'll look just like a fireplace. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little area here for that. So with this bit, I made a slit here and here, but here I just made a crease. So now it's basically going to turn into like a little box so that I could place it here with a little ledge like that. And that way the candles can stay on there perfectly. So now I'm going to secure it. Okay, so far so good. I made the little ledge where we put the candles, and now I'll light the candles and show you the idea of the whole fireplace area. So far, it does look like a fireplace. Yeah, but we're not finished, of course. This is just an idea as to where those candles will go. Wow, it does look good. Okay, so let's continue. Now I'm gonna do a ledge on top. So I'll choose a really long piece of cardboard, make sure it's thin enough, and just add it. Okay, so I got a long strip, and it happens to be the same size. So it actually looks good so far. So I'm just gonna tape this down, but it doesn't really require much. And then we'll be able to do the bricks. Okay, so I secured the top well. Now what we're going to be doing is using a piece of chalk to make the bricks. I know online you find DIYs where they paint and they do all this and that, but to be honest, I think that's all avoidable if you just use a piece of chalk. This will actually give it like a little effect that it's actually bricks. So that's perfect. And so yeah, basically what I'm going to do is start doing some little rectangles and squares here and there, and then you'll get the idea that that's basically what it's going to look like. So I just chose some white beige color because I kind of want the bricks to look like that. So I'm going to do a few and I'll show you what that looks like. So that's basically what you want it to look like. It's so easy because this bumpy part of the cardboard and the chalk really make it look like brick. So the whole idea to do bricks is first you do a few and leave a little space in between them, and then on top of it make a few more but where those spaces are, and leave other spaces, so like space here, there, that sort of technique, because bricks aren't exactly like piled up on top of each other. They have a little gap in between them. So that's basically how you want to do it, and you just fill it in, and it's so easy. It does not take much time. I'm telling you, paint would be such a chore, and like wrapping paper, sometimes they wrap it in wrapping paper. This is just like so much practical. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do all the rest, and that shouldn't actually take long. Wow, I love how it turned out. Okay, so basically we did the bricks, and because we used chalk, that's actually just sidewalk chalk that you find like at the dollar store, or they have like ordinary chalk. Usually in like the school supply area, or like arts and crafts, they sell chalk. And the best part about that is that on the cardboard, it leaves like a bumpy effect, and that's exactly how bricks look. So, and now that we got our fireplace, I guess all I need to do is decorate. So I'm going to go ahead and pull together some things that I have. I actually wanted to make it a part of my bedroom. So I'm actually thinking of moving the curtains here this way. That way this is like a whole part of my bedroom. And yeah, it'll be better to add stockings here because my stockings are pink and purple anyway, so it'll look well with my bedroom. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab some things to decorate with. So I've had this stocking since I was a kid. I know it's a funny princess one, but I don't mind. So, and then I have two other ones, so I'm going to have to hang this near so that the other ones each have a spot too. There is another stocking, and I like the color scheme. Okay, time for another stocking on this side. Okay, so I actually want to hang this up top here. I'm thinking of maybe adding a frame or a poster, so maybe I'll add this because it is purple, so I'll put it behind it. Okay, so that's looking better. Now I'm gonna go ahead and find some toys that will match so that I could place over here. I like my little gingerbread over here. I have this sleigh. I'm thinking about filling it with some snow. So I added some candy canes up here. My elf on the shelf needs to seriously have a makeover because I'm not accepting all this red. So I gave it a little coat from Lopes and a little petticoat skirt and fluffy fleece pants and boots. So now I'm going to continue decorating. So those Christmas trees actually look good there. So now I'm going to add some pretend snow. Okay, everybody, so this is what it looks like without the candles lit. But I think it came out great because it doesn't actually stick out too much. It wouldn't be as good if it was like all the way out to here and less hallway space. But yeah, I really like how it came out. And so I'm gonna tell you just a quick explanation how I did it. I just got one big rectangular box from the grocery store because they throw them out, so it was nice enough to give them the box. And so I cut it up, and then I realized that it made like this little hinge technique. So, as I was securing it to the wall, I realized hot glue wasn't really going to hold it. So, I ended up using staples and tape, which worked fine. And then after, to make the bricks, I just used some chalk, which actually was very easy to work with. Not messy, like as in paint getting the cardboard wet, having to let it dry. No, I don't have to do all of that. So the chalk was pretty practical. And then I just chose these little candles. Those actually go out like every 4 hours, but it's mainly just to keep an eye out. It's definitely not something to leave unattended, like leave the house with them on, nothing like that. It's mainly just for like when you feel like turning on your Christmas tree for a bit. Same deal. And so yeah, I already had the stockings from previous years, and I decided to decorate it a bit with a little pink winter wonderland effect to it. And up here, I also decided to decorate the top part. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and light the candles, and I'll show you what it looks like with the lights off.